Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie and today you are joining me on the very first episode of a brand new series called Behind the Design. In this new series, I'll essentially be breaking down all of my past projects and walking you through the design. We're talking everything from concept to installation, the construction process, my resources, my favorite vendors I shop from, and of course at the end, I'll be talking about the things that I would do differently in this space looking back. If you've ever wondered what goes behind a custom interior design from start to finish, this series is for you. Before we get into this first episode, I would like to thank Wayfair for sponsoring this video. You might know Wayfair from their website where you can literally furnish every single room of your home, but you might not know about their YouTube channel. There's a new series on their channel called A Style is Born, and it's a fun take on edutainment and origin stories about design trends. It's one part education, one part entertainment, all about dissecting the details behind popular design styles like mid-century modern, cottagecore, minimalism, boho, and so on. This series will also discuss the iconic furniture pieces that influence the way we live. Ariel Bissett takes a deep dive into the weird history of drama, politics, music, and technology that birthed these interior design movements. What a fun concept to learn more about the history of interior design and decoration. Go check out the full episode of A Style is Born on Wayfair's channel now, and definitely subscribe to their channel so you stay up to date on the latest and greatest. I'll include a link in the description box so you don't want to miss it. Now back to our video. The first episode of this new series is all about my Hacienda Heights project. You might know it from the hashtag JKid Casa Hacienda. JKid stands for Julie Khuu Interior Design. That is the namesake of my firm. And of course, Casa Hacienda is the location of the project. It was a custom home design that we built from the ground up. The clients purchased a piece of land and they enlisted me to work with their architect and their contractor from the beginning of the project to build the home from the ground up. The home is situated on half an acre of land and it's just a little over 5,000 square feet of interior living space. Of course, that doesn't include the 4-car garage, the enclosed veranda, this beautiful outdoor deck that's almost 1,000 square feet, and the most luxurious poolscape that you can imagine. The clients were a young couple when they purchased a plot of land, and they were actually my husband's acquaintances. From years working with the clients on their commercial property to now their personal home, we actually became best friends. And you'll notice in my Instagram stories that we frequently staycation at this beautiful property that I designed for them. So of course you can imagine Casa Hacienda was a labor of love. It is near and dear to my heart, and I want to break down the details in two of my favorite bedrooms in the space. The dark bedroom versus the light bedroom. The clients gave me free rein when it came to designing their home. From the initial consultation, they had already told me that they loved my style. They loved bold color, they loved the pattern mixing, and they loved that my interiors felt very casual but elevated at the same time. These two bedrooms were predominantly guest bedrooms. When we first started working on the home, they didn't have kids, and now they have young twins. With a huge primary bedroom where they're actually co-sleeping, we had so many empty bedrooms. So I knew that the primary function of these two extra rooms were going to be for guests. I came up with a concept of light versus dark. I really love the dichotomy of how two opposing ideals vibe with each other. I wanted to go for a light versus dark space, a romantic versus sexy space, and make it feel like a really high-end hotel suite. For the downstairs guest bedroom, I really wanted it to feel light, fresh, romantic, airy. I mean, it definitely has a feminine flair to it. To me, it's all about designing around a mood for the space. You walk into the room and you're immediately enveloped by this soft, global, glam type of vibe. I love that the panel molding has a little bit of a traditional touch. The polished nickel lighting set against matte flat walls just feels so luxurious and timeless. The focal point of this entire space is this grand tufted headboard. It has antique mirror detailing around the frame that bounces off the light and creates this really beautiful ambient glow. We custom designed these floor-to-ceiling bookshelves and this daybed, so it becomes the perfect spot for guests to not only sit and lounge and read a book, but if they're staying overnight, as I often do, it also becomes a space for them to set down their bags and personal items. Of course, no bedroom is complete without symmetrical nightstands and a dresser. You know that I don't do matchy-matchy at all, except in this space, it actually kind of called for it. I really love that we went soft and tonal with all of the furnishings, so when you walk in, you're just enveloped by peace and calm and serenity. On the flip side, that black bedroom was all about oozing sex appeal. I wanted it to feel really cool, kind of edgy, but at the same time really romantic and grounded as well. We started with flat black matte paint on the walls, and we contrasted that with really light, airy furniture. The focal point of this entire bedroom is this gorgeous hand-carved wood-paneled bed. I love this bed so much. It's probably one of the pieces that I constantly get asked over and over again from viewers and on my Instagram page, where did I get it? Sadly, it is sold out. I purchased it from Jocelyn Main, which is Wayfair's sister site, and I've been tracking it down ever since. The key to working with a dark interior or dark walls is to contrast it with really light furnishings. You don't want it to feel like a total cavern in there, so that's why the light finishings would just really pop in the space. We have mirrored nightstands to bounce around all of the light. We have a custom dresser that adds tons of storage and is also the media console for the TV. The great thing about dark walls is that it completely hides your black box that is the TV, which I think is so essential when you're not all about technology in a bedroom space. The inspiration behind this room is definitely Parisian chic, and you'll see a lot of little French details behind the design. In the light bedroom, I actually have two favorite pieces. This tufted bed from Hooker is really stunning in the space. I mean, you really have to see it in person. It's just magical. I also really love the pendant light. It has fabric wrapped shades on a polished nickel frame, and it's just so glamorous in this space. Remember that the ceiling is a fifth wall in design, so you never want to neglect the ceiling. I especially love the light fixture set against the Venetian plaster that we did on the ceiling, and it's just such a beautiful detail, especially when you lay your head down at night and you're looking up at the ceiling. It's just so gorgeous. My favorite piece in the black bedroom is that carved headboard, which one day I am going to get back. Jason, Cindy, you heard me. I want that bed. There are quite a few things that I would do differently with both designs. I've been back to this house many times. I actually always stay in the downstairs romantic light bedroom because it's on the first floor. I have a toddler and now newborn. My clients have become near and dear friends, so I am there all the time. And you know, with the designer's eye, especially when this is your own design, you're always picking it apart. So since I always stay in that downstairs romantic bedroom, I think the one thing that I would change looking back now is this bold patterned area rug. Now, you'll remember from my area rugs video that I typically always advise to get a natural material like wool or silk and staying away from synthetic fibers. This area rug is a poly silk blend in a really contrasting bold print and pattern. Now, walking into this space, it definitely makes a statement and it catches your eye, but to me, I'm all about the tone on tone looks now. I want the space to feel really soft and comforting. So I would probably switch out this area rug for something that's a little bit more tone on tone. One of the things that I would change in that black guest bedroom is that privacy screen. So since this is a guest bedroom, a lot of the decor choices that were made didn't have any personalization involved in it. I didn't pick out this privacy screen because I thought it reflected the clients. I just thought it was a really beautiful piece of furniture to stage the room with. However, when something doesn't feel really personal to the user, it would probably be one of the first things that goes into space, especially when you go from move to move. So although I love this dividing screen, I could see a really beautiful tapestry or a really big piece of statement artwork filling up this wall. That's it for today's video. What did you think of this brand new series? I typically work on a handful of custom home designs at a time, and it takes years and years to develop. I mean, from the time we get a piece of land until we start building and I'm finally finished furnishing it and styling it, we're probably about 3 or 4 years down the line. So if you're ever wondering why I don't show some of my client projects on the channel, it's because it's still in the process. If you like this type of content and you loved a sneak peek behind my designs, please give this video a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know what I'm missing from this episode. Do you want more shopping resources? Do you want to learn more about construction? Comment below and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to cover behind my designs. Thank you to Wayfair for sponsoring this video, and don't forget to subscribe to their channel and my channel for more cool interior design tips. I hope you all are having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.